I hit you like
The 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
With Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sport. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, they are clearly amped up for this one and determined to have a strong showing from the get-go. They feel this is a game they can win and want to establish that pace early on. And Shaq, there will be a lot of experience out there on the floor tonight. Two smart veteran rosters going head-to-head. Who gets the advantage in your book?
Well, you know, both teams are going to play fundamental basketball. It's not the game where you throw between your legs behind the back. Simple, fundamental basketball here. I think the team that controls the pace of this game will definitely have the edge.
Well, Shaq, before I answer, how did you control the pace?
Just by putting these elbows in your mouth.
Okay, 4,325 times that he was talking about himself today. I got it.
Oh, you set me up.
You reeled him in.
That was a nice assist.
Keep talking about yourself.
That was a nice assist from
Reeled
you.
in
And I know you know how to feed the big man. Oh, man.
Question, but it's going to come down to the big shot. And that's, you know, for me, who's going to take it? The guys that are vets, they're accustomed to being in this position. So for me, Shaq, what do you think about that?
Well, how many big shots did you hit against us in the finals?
I don't remember. I can't
say
talk
it.
about myself.
You can say it. I want you to say it.
I just know that there was an NBA record broke that night. I don't know who did it, though. I don't know if it was me, but I think it was me.
Talking about himself.
That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of big shots, let's send it to Kevin Harlan.
We're live from Houston, where the crowd is on their feet. We'll see the Memphis Grizzlies facing the Houston Rockets. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Latina, celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, the Gasol brothers, Pal and Mark, have a mutual love and respect that belies their sibling rivalry. Even as teammates playing for Spain, their battles in practice were legendary. Ricky Rubio said, "I've never seen two dudes fight that much, and then, after all of that, hug each other and be brothers." Mark said, "We enjoy competing at the highest level with each other. We challenge each other and push each other every day."
Great story, David. Thank you. And the Grizzlies, one of the top contenders in the West for a number of years, now at a bit of a crossroads. What do you think?
Yeah, every team goes through this. There's a certain life cycle to any roster. The good news for the Grizzlies fans is that their front office has been right more often than not. We'll see if they can continue to pull another rabbit out of their hat.
Tip-off goes to Houston. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Conley and Allen working once again together in the backcourt. Down low, the tough pair of Zebo and Gasol. And it's Parsons in at the 3 slot. Anderson's shot is off. Now Conley. He feeds it to Gasol. It's rebounded by Houston.
They were right up in his grill. Really gave him no breathing room to release that one clean.
Here's Harden. And too long on the shot. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Allen drives in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. On defense, Memphis. The pass to Anderson. Ariza against Conley. Ariza kicks to Capella. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Shoots from the baseline. They get it again.
Well, you gotta love the little man climbing up amongst the skyscrapers and coming away with the big rebound.
Gasol with the steal. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they get the first bucket.
It's a nice beginning to this one for them. You always want to try to seize the moment early on in the game.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. They get Marc Gasol.
Oh, that's just fantastic concentration by Harden. Taking the hit like a champ, draining the shot.
Houston shooting their first foul shot of the game. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Harden against Allen. Stolen by Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Here's Parsons. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Ariza.
After 5 shots, they only have 1 make. Not a great start.
Chris, we know this. Patrick Beverley is known for his tough defense.
I wouldn't call him dirty, but Beverley definitely isn't shy about ruffling feathers or giving a little extra contact. He doesn't care what the crowd thinks. He cares what his teammates think. He'll get tangled up and try to throw you off of your game with punishing fouls, but so what? It's worked as he is one of the more feared defenders at the point guard position.
The Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Rejected by Gasol. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball, and Harden with the stuff.
Just fantastic movement by Beverley. So effective in clogging passing lanes with his quick hands and anticipation.
Allen against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive... Now that's what I'm talking about right there.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Ariza outside. Off the mark and a bad shot there. The Grizzlies trail by 6. In the corner, Parsons with it. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure.
Get over here, guys. Hustle up. Let's talk. Gasol is working us over, gentlemen.
Sheen had a harder time producing at that same rate last season.
True, but he has aged well overall because he's a power guy whose game relies more on skill and instincts than quickness.
Well said.
And the difference last season was that he couldn't sustain energy for as many minutes per game. He can still dominate for stretches at both ends, but just not as long.
Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Baldwin the pass to Green, and it's in there.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Gordon outside. He can't get it to go. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Houston in the lead. Beasley dishes to Nene.
Nice feed in close, right to where his teammate needed it.
1:09 left to play in the first quarter. And Wright throws it down hard.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Here's Brewer, and it's Brewer finishing it off.
Oh, I love the energy of Brewer. He loves to dunk the ball when an opportunity presents itself.
Carter outside. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Green kicks to Daniels. Green, the screen, 6 to shoot. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Beasley kicks to Prigioni. Gordon outside. And Wright pulls it down. Here is Daniels, defended by Gordon. Ball's knocked loose. He's got a clear path. Prigioni, that's good.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Not going to go that time. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Rockets lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach.
We feel like we're a team that's had to go through a lot of adversity. We've been through a lot of things that's set us back. You know, we feel like we can be just as good as anybody else, and why not us?
Defense really their identity. That's how they win. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
And it's why they're shooting such a high percentage from the floor. They're willing to run the offense all the way through.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Conley out there with Ennis. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then it's Marc Gasol. And it's Martin in at the 4-man position. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Conley with it. That's tipped. And Beverly kicks to Anderson. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And that's what Beverly does best, a quick passer who distributes the ball incredibly well.
Conley, the pass to Ennis. Shot from 16. Can't hit that one.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Solid defense. They weren't going anywhere against them there.
Harden draws the double. Chris, you know this league as well as anyone. You were a leader when you played, and I'm sure you would gravitate toward that kind of player when you watch the game now. Who would some of those players be?
You know, I really like Chris Paul. I think he's always been a leader. LeBron in Cleveland, winning that championship, getting his teammates together, getting that team together. I think he's been a leader too. And Damian Lillard in Portland, look at what he's done. Losing all-stars, fighting, not making the all-star team, fighting for his team, getting them in the playoff run. I love Damian Lillard's game a lot as well.
Well said. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Grizzlies are starting to show their age a little bit. Last season was an example of that, but they still have that throwback style of play that's hard to gauge. Marc Gasol said, the game is evolving, and we as players and as a team have to evolve. We have to change things and adjust. You need tweaks and counters from game to game and year to year. Kevin?
All right, D.A., they know they needed more shooting. Stolen by Harden. Goes up, and it's Harden slamming it down.
Well, Kevin, you can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great at swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team.
They need this. Ennis misses.
No reason he couldn't have taken more time and finished that one off. Disappointing miss for sure.
Shoots the 3, and James Harden hits from deep. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Timeout called here. The first.
And that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go.
All the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
And they may have to address a number of things, including whether this is the right lineup.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Reza comes in for Eric Gordon. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Memphis. Allen comes in for Parsons. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Ennis.
And teams have nights like this when the shots that usually drop just won't go down. That's when you have to rely on your defense, and that's the only way to stay in the game.
Randolph against Anderson. Kept alive by Houston. Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Oh, man, Capella absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of his to snag down second chance opportunity.
Randolph kicks to Gasol. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
And last year, really a series of highs and lows for Marc Gasol. Re-signed with the Grizzlies, that max deal, and obviously the hopes were that they could make a championship run. And once the season started, the Grizzlies underperformed. I mean, right out of the gate. And then just before the All-Star break, Gasol breaks his foot. And not at all how he'd imagine things would go. So I think, though, he used that for motivation to come back this year with a spectacular season.
He tries for three. Gasol with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shot to stop the drought, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot two. The Grizzlies have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Some changes for Memphis. Green, he's checked in for Gasol. Carter comes in for James Ennis, and Baldwin subbed in for Mike Conley. Harden, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And talking about Gasol's injury last season, he fills up the box score in so many ways in all the categories. Greg, almost impossible to replace that kind of production.
On the court, in the locker room, the community, he's one of those guys who contributes to every facet of your franchise. He's also a great teammate, and physically and mentally, you can count on him to be a warrior for you every night. Now, in his 30s, though, he has to try and take care of his body and maintain that a little bit better.
Randolph goes in. Here's Green, and it's good. 2 points. Green's got 7.
The passion, the skill, taking full advantage on the offensive boards.
Reza dishes to Capella, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
The Rockets have made 3 free throws so far, haven't missed any.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Beasley's checked in for Anderson. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Prigioni. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Dishes it to Randolph. Down low. Stolen away. And they're on the break. The Grizzlies pull it in. Randolph's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Right, he's checked in for Zach Randolph. Now the Rockets with it. They're on an 18-3 run. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Baldwin the pass to Daniels. And the wide open shot from Green. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. 9 points in the game so far.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not easy to slow him down. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Carter outside. Here's Baldwin. Off target with his 3. Rockets leading by 16. Passes to Brewer. 36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Baldwin. Tipped away. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Houston. And here's Ariza. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. On the wing, Brewer. Three-pointer. And that's not going to go. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Rockets ahead. They lead by 18. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 20 points, 2 rebounds, and also 3 steals. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
James Harden looks like Santa Claus, man. He's got the beard. Well, he doesn't have the belly, but he's got the beard, and he also comes bearing a lot of gifts. I mean, he can score from anywhere he gets in the lane, and he can find his teammate. Ho, ho, ho.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it back to Kevin Harlan and crew. They are standing by courtside.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
The most intense guy on the court at times. Put a lot of pressure on the defense. We'll see if he can maintain that level of energy the rest of the way.
Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Ryan Anderson out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Harden kicks to Anderson. Back to Harden. Harden draws the double. Here's Beverly. The offensive rebound. Harden outside. Parsons comes with a double team.
Oh, jump ball, jump ball, jump ball, jump ball. You too.
And so it's Memphis with it. Anderson outside. From past the arc. Unable to get that one. Gasol with the defensive effort. Allen with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Conley dishes to Randolph, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. The shot's good from Gasol.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Mike Conley, the point guard, keeps a very stoic disposition on the court. He said so much of the game is mental, and that's one thing that I've always wanted to be good at. Never let your opponent see that you're in duress.
So bring it in. Take a seat.
Play. Real poker face, Kevin.
I like that attitude, D.A. Thank you. Houston making some changes. Nene comes in for Clint Capella, and Gordon subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And good that time. 8 points for Zach Randolph. Chris, so often we'll see one play in a game that seems to change the mentality, the momentum, the feel on the floor. As a player, do you feel it when one play, just one play, can alter the mood of a game, change the pace of a game?
Well, yeah, Kevin, you can definitely feel it. I mean, a lot of times, you're trying to invoke it, implore it. You're trying to speak it into existence.
Yes.
So, if you see someone that gets a big steal when you need one and you guys have been, plotting for it on the sideline in the huddle, or if you see a guy hit a big three that ties up the game and, it's a 17-4 run and it makes everyone believe, and then the roar of the crowd and how that goes, momentum is definitely tangible. When you see someone get dunked on and one poster, take the lead up by one, crowd goes crazy. I believe, it actually affects you physically.
Yes.
Your heartbeat, your pulse, your endorphins, your adrenaline, everything gets going. So, yeah, you definitely can feel when the play alters the mood of a game.
Great way to put it. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Martin's checked in. And Chris, you're part of perhaps one of the most exclusive clubs in NBA history, as you were selected first overall in your draft class. What was that like? What an experience that must have been.
Oh, man, Kevin, it was a wonderful moment. I mean, I worked so hard to get there. I come off of disappointment in college, and so working hard and being able to kind of put that behind you and get right to the next level and be the #1 pick, I was just honored. I was thankful. I was humbled. It was just a blessing, and the craziest part about it is that it happened in Detroit at the Palace, where I won 2 state championships there. I won 3 state championships in Michigan and 2 specifically in the Palace and at Auburn Hills. And so that place is always going to be special to me. And just growing up and being the #1 pick, it was just an honor.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. They double-team Conley. Fires from 14. They get the rebound. Parsons. And he lays it straight in. Parsons got his second basket of the game.
Oh, those tremendous reflexes. It just makes him extremely dangerous on the offensive glass.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Memphis called for the foul. Rockets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
What makes Harden so special is his explosiveness. This guy can just turn it on whenever he wants to on offense.
Both shots good from the stripe. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Conley kicks to Ennis. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Oh, you just love how Harden moves the rock. When a teammate is wide open, he gets it to him so fast.
Stolen by Beverly. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Well, of course it did. The D was nowhere to be found, and because of that, he easily sprinted down the court and got an easy bucket on that one.
Knocked loose. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink? Well, he hasn't gotten much to fall, and it's costing his team dearly.
Here's Nene. Yes, that goes in. Nene's got 8 here in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Conley kicks to Martin. And there's the feed to Ennis. Will it go? The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's Harden with the drive. Count the basket. Harden's got 26.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up.
Here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's in ultimate heat check mode right now, which is nothing but bad news for the defense.
Houston making some changes. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Anderson. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patrick Beverly.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Oh, I love the anticipation on that play. Might have stolen it if he were there just about a half a step sooner.
Here's Daniels. And too long on the shot.
And, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Oh, man, this is when the coach gives you the whistle. He needs to settle his guys down. Don't worry about the run. Go one possession at a time.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, some people call it front running, but as the league continues to expand, their confidence continues to soar right now.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Oh, we've seen him posterize guys with that move many times. However, the defense proved to be very stifling there.
Memphis shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Brewer. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brewer's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
For Memphis, they have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
To the middle, here's Beasley. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Beasley's got his second bucket.
Great playmakers help everything run so smoothly. Excellent lead pass.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Carter. Fires the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Carter's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Rockets shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. The putback. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Houston now on the court for Memphis to start the 4th. They've got Martin. He's out there with Brandon Wright. Ennis out there with Baldwin. And it's Daniels in at the 2. Here's Monty Eunice. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Baldwin the pass to Daniels. He kicks to Martin. Now here's Ennis. Defense right on him. 6 on the shot clock. And Ennis slams it in.
Man, fantastic chemistry on that play. You have to admire the unselfishness.
And Decker slams it in.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Decker on the double team. Here's Martin. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first free throw is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Ball stolen. They're running. And here they go. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, it's been quite a journey for Michael Beasley, but he's made his way, Chris, back into the NBA, and it's stuck.
We have to be honest, Kevin. It's never been easy for Beasley in this league, the number 2 pick from the overall draft in 2008. Now, yeah, he's had some great years early on and showed promise, but got derailed by a couple of off-the-court issues. Hopefully, all that's in the past for him now, and he can continue to help his team win basketball games.
And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And it's right missing. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
Here is Daniels, covered by Beasley. Now here's Ennis. Knocks it loose. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Decker. Past Yunus. The 9-foot shot. And it's Houston with another.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, as we see, as soon as they get the ball, they're looking to run, and they are clearly a fast team out there.
Beasley comes with the double team, and Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Baldwin. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Oh, nice inbounds. You can't draw it up any better.
Rockets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Feeds to Brewer. Over in the corner, Decker. The 11-footer. Here's Yunus, and that one drops for him.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Poked away. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Houston making a switch here. Capella's checked in. Here's Baldwin. Kicks it to Ennis. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Daniels, no good.
Well, that was an awful screen. He didn't seem like he wanted to do it, and as a result, the set failed.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Memphis. Green comes in for Wright, and it's Carter in for Troy Daniels. Beasley hits them both. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Martin kicks to Carter. And Capella sends it back. Another block. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. The Grizzlies shooting 41% for the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And there's the pass to Baldwin. From outside, off the mark. Now the Rockets with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Decker. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, Capella is just fantastic at dunking it home, leaving no mistake on these kinds of chances near the hoop.
There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That's foul number 2 for him. Nene, he's checked in for Decker. Carter outside. Here's Ennis. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Ennis has got 4 this quarter.
Excellent vision right there on that assist. Perfect setup.
Prigioni kicks to Capella from 11 feet away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Here's Brewer. Fires from deep. Drains the three-pointer.
You have to at least get a hand up, right? In Brewer's face from outside, he has such a quick pull-up on that perimeter, Jimmy.
Carter outside. Martin with the screen for Ennis. He dishes it to Carter. No good there. Excellent D there from Beasley. And here's Houston. They're on a 19-7 run.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were... And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. It's stolen by Green. Here's Baldwin, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
And the first one drops. Decker's checked in for Houston. He hits both from the stripe. Now Brewer. There's the dish to Decker. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, what are you asking? Maybe they should let up a little, right? This is just brutal to watch.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a fair question. Looking at the clock, it appears they might be out of luck.
Here's Carter. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And he gets it to go.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Well, they have to be pleased with their play here today, and you can bet the fans are pumped as well.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game. James Harden, a man on a mission. He came out torching the Nets and just never cooled down. Obviously, his monster first quarter had a big impact on tonight's outcome. What are your thoughts, Shaq?
As efficient and offensive performance as you're ever going to see, and I mean ever. I don't care where your shots come from. You're not supposed to shoot that high of a percentage. Did he miss? I don't think he missed.
He was just having a ball out there, making big plays up and down the court. It didn't matter who or what defensive scheme was on him. He just took the challenge and gave you the full arsenal tonight.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.